Students don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Often repeated by those discussing education, this statement perfectly depicts how AVID has impacted my teaching style. Despite the current political climate of math, science, technology, and test, I have found that an integral quality of teaching is getting to know my students personally, discovering how they learn, and encouraging them to achieve to their potential. If we want the students to perform better on these tests, we must show that we care not only about their test scores, but about them as people. Despite the hurdles plaguing many AVID students, it is our job to challenge them and help them rise up to succeed, not just as high school students, but as human beings. I knew the very first day I entered a classroom as a teacher that I'd found my place. While I had heard horror stories of life as a first-year teacher, I felt the exact opposite. I relished creating lessons students would enjoy, bringing literature to life, and attempting to keep high schoolers engaged and eager to learn. My teaching style truly blossomed, however, when I attended an AVID Summer Institute. As a second-year teacher, I had absolutely no idea what AVID was. I just wanted to learn more about my profession, and my principal said I was a perfect fit. How right he was. At Summer Institute, we learned a number of teaching strategies. I was amazed. Here it was, the middle of sweet, glorious summer vacation. And I actually longed to get back to work to try some of these strategies. But what I will never forget are the testimonials from the AVID students. They were awe-inspiring. Many of the student speakers struggled through turmoil I could never fathom and described their AVID teachers and class as their saviors. With the help of their AVID family, these kids were pushing through unbelievable obstacles and achieving their college dreams. AVID sounded like the Hollywood teacher movies that I watched as a teenager that now seem so incredibly unreal. It seemed like AVID could transform me into Michelle Pfeiffer or Hillary Swank, Morgan Freeman, and through it, my students, these dangerous minds and freedom riders, would lean on me for sure. I wanted nothing more than to be a part of it. 1 year later, my wish was granted unexpectedly, and I became an AVID elective teacher. Through AVID, I have learned how to be a more effective teacher, mentor, and role model. Because I'm with them for consecutive years, the relationship that I develop with AVID students are unlike any other. With them, I've never felt so paradoxically discouraged and encouraged, so frustrated and inspired, so deflated and elated. Moreover, I've learned that the more I show I care for them, the more they want to accomplish their goals, both for themselves and for me. They strive not to disappoint me, not to let me down. Likewise, I must ensure that I am there for them, to run study groups, to talk to their teachers, to do whatever I can to guarantee success. Teaching has become more than just essays and novels. Many of my kids face struggles in their home lives, and it becomes my job to make school their safe haven. While AVID may stand for advancement via individual determination, I find that often I have to be that determination. I have to push them even when they don't want to be pushed. I have to lead them even when they don't want to be led. As their teacher, I have to encourage them, listen to them, be their advocate, fight for them when they can't fight for themselves, believe in them even if no one else in their world does. It can be exhausting, yet exhilarating at the same time. The number of special moments as an AVID teacher remind me that despite its challenges, I can never quit. Moments like clicking an open button on an email from James Madison University for a nervous senior, desperate to be admitted to her dream school, who simply couldn't press the button herself. She graduated JMU this May. standing in a row at graduation with fellow colleagues when an AVID grad broke his line to lean over and whisper, "Thank you for all you've done for me, Miss Lawrence." Surprising a well-deserving senior who never seemed to win anything with an AVID scholarship in front of a crowd of proud parents. Comforting a student who had just tragically lost his father as he explained to me that he needed to be at school to be with his AVID family. These are moments that I just wouldn't experience without AVID, and I know I'm lucky to be a part of them. I have no children of my own, but I've been AVID mama to hundreds. My AVID family is a huge part of my life, and I would not change a thing. It has shown me what students are capable of, in spite of their circumstances. I have learned that classrooms need to be student-centered to focus on the needs of individual students. Most importantly, I've learned patience and compassion, skills acquired as an AVID teacher that have ultimately made me a better English teacher. And I may not have transformed into Morgan Freeman, Hilary Swank, or Michelle Pfeiffer, and I don't hear Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise each time I walk into my classroom. But I am grateful each day for my job as an AVID elective teacher, because I know I'm making a difference, and that's all any of us can hope for.